Okay, allow me to explain airdrops with an example. I want you to carefully read this. If you can see my screen, I want you to read what is on the screen there, loud and clear for yourself there, okay? I mean, carefully, imagine. So I'll be using a very important currency, though it's not a cryptocurrency yet, but I'm just using it as an example because I love using it, SPs. Okay, I said imagine SPs. Now I want to explain to you airdrops for a layman understanding, for your understanding. Okay, the people that are in this class, they are mostly beginners. Okay, and even those that are not here yet, this video will be posted on my YouTube channel for others to watch later on. Okay, so I said you should imagine SPs, blockchain startup that wants to change how individual uses and store digital currency. SP's airdrop is to promote awareness and acceptance. Now, what SPs wants to do, they want to promote their product. They want to create an awareness and they want people to accept them. Okay, so the SP's team chooses a group of cryptocurrency holders who already own Ethereum. These Ethereum holders are selected based on their Ethereum holdings and community activity. SP's airdrop is set quantity of SP's token in newly produced tokens to choosing Ethereum holders. Okay, let me explain what I put down there. Now, SPs is a new token. Now, they want to create awareness. They want to promote their product. Now, the only way to promote their product, they will look out. Okay, they said, okay, they decided that, okay, want to give out a token to only people that are holding Ethereum. And then they can also say that, okay, we'll only give out a token to this particular set of persons that are holding this amount of Ethereum. Are you guys getting it? So SP's airdrop is set quantity of SP's tokens, its newly produced tokens, to choosing Ethereum holders. Okay, now let's go further. The distribution ratio might be 1 SP's token to every 10 Ethereum a person holds. Let's say, for instance, you have 10 Ethereum in your wallet, and SP's team decided that, okay, because of you are holding 10 Ethereum, we are going to give you 1 SP's token. The choosing Ethereum holders receive SP's token straight to their wallets, giving them a share in the new media technologies initiative without a cash transaction. Are we together? If you can hear me, just kindly unmute yourself and let me know that you can hear me, okay? Just unmute yourself. Unmute. Okay, now you can speak. Okay, want to speak. Okay, I have to activate it. Don't worry. I know that you can hear. Let's just continue. Okay, so now the choosing Ethereum holders receive SP's token straight to their wallet, giving them a share in the new media technology initiative without a cash transaction. What is the aim of an airdrop? Number one, remember when we're starting, I told us if let's say SPs want to create an awareness, one of the things they would maybe they want to promote their token. One of the reasons is to create awareness and exposure. Now, Ethereum holders getting SP's tokens may become interested in the SP's initiatives and explore its features and benefits. Now, let's say SP's team, that is the new media technologies guys, want to give out SPs to Ethereum holders. Now, Ethereum holders will be so inquisitive. They want to find out more about SP's token because they become interested. They want to exploit the features of SPs. Initial use. New media technologies give SPs tokens to Ethereum holders to encourage early use of its platform and services. The next thing is community building. Now, SP's token recipients, that is those that receive SP's token, they become interested stakeholders who can contribute to conversations, comment, and progress, forming a devoted community around the initiative. The next aim is network effects. Initial SP's recipients may share their experiences and tokens with colleagues because they are excited. They receive this SP's token worth, let's say, about $500. They will spread the news that, oh, friends, I received, let's say, 100 SPs in my wallet because I was holding Ethereum. People want to find out more about SPs. Now, this person, maybe the particular amount of persons that receive SPs were about 10. Because they've received this SPs token, they share the news about each of them telling two persons. That is about 10 times 2, that's 20. 20 more persons have become aware. They want to go and find out more about SPs. And they also become interested. They tell other people about SPs. Now, before you know it, SPs network has grown. Airdrops may do more than introduce new cryptocurrencies. They can reward loyal users, establish a large user base, or form alliances. Are we together? All right. I have tended to say praise the Lord. All right, let's go on. Now that you have a basic understanding, so without further ado, let's go straight into explanation of what airdrops are. The class is interesting, right? Now, what is an airdrop in cryptocurrency? Airdrops refer to instances where developers of crypto projects distribute free tokens in an airdrop. A certain number of tokens are often sent straight to the wallet of those who qualify, depending on predetermined criteria. These prerequisites can vary greatly and may include things like owning a certain quantity of a certain cryptocurrency, being an active member of a given online community, or, okay, now let me pause here and give an instance. Now, remember, few months ago, Sue gave out access to some persons because they belong to their community to buy their token at a lower rate. Now, this is the benefit of belonging to a particular community because that was the criteria Sue decided to use. Because that is what I stated here, that belonging to a given online community or meeting special criteria established by the project launching the airdrop. As we go further, we'll find out, more about some projects that were using certain criteria. Okay, let's go on. Example. Now, in this class, I'll make use of the Arbitrum airdrop. Arbitrum airdrop was worth over $13,800. That is the maximum that was received by an individual. Okay, recently Arbitrum made a significant move. In case you're unfamiliar with Arbitrum, I want to explain Arbitrum here a little. Arbitrum is a layer 2 scaling solution for the Ethereum blockchain that powers fast smart contracts transactions while reducing transaction costs. Layer 2 solutions have the ability to enhance the scalability of the underlying layer 1 blockchain by offloading computing responsibilities such as transaction, reducing and data storage to a secondary data. In summary, the layer 2 blockchain is responsible for the execution of smart contracts, whereas the layer 1 blockchain is tasked with the storage of data. The Arbitrum team later decided to launch their native token, the ARB token. Okay, so now let me explain a little from what the English that was just spoken for those that are newly into this space. I was explaining about the Arbitrum. I said Arbitrum is a layer 2 scaling solution. They belong to layer 2. You know, they have layer 1, they have layer 2. Ethereum is a layer 1 solution. Okay, now Arbitrum is a layer 2. Now their aim is to power fast smart contract transaction while reducing the transaction cost. Now, later in the future, they decided to introduce their own token, which is the ARB token. That was, I think, earlier this year. I was a recipient of that particular airdrop. Now, let's go further. We'll find out more. After the introduction of their native currency, that is the ARB, they made the decision to distribute free tokens to early adopters through an airdrop, interacting with Arbitrum in the form of bridging. Now, these were the criteria that Arbitrum decided to use to give out their airdrop. One of it is bridging. Maybe you must have used the Arbitrum blockchain to carry out some bridging transaction, or you accumulate some volume, or just contract count. You were able to interact with several smart contracts. That was one of the requirements for eligibility. Now, if you look at here, you will see some of those criteria they decided to use. You bridge to Arbitrum, transaction over time, transaction frequency and interactions, transaction value, asset bridge to Arbitrum 1, and activity on Arbitrum Nova. So this was their own criteria that they decided to use. Okay. Essentially, by engaging with the Arbitrum chain early, they rewarded an average of 1,250 ARB tokens to a total of 625,143 eligible wallets. Additionally, over 4,400 wallets received 10,250 Arbitrum tokens, equivalent to $13,800 at the current value, which is a significant amount. It's a big money. Imagine, do this in your local currency, $13,800. That's over millions of naira. Currently, it's over 13 million plus, 13 million naira. For doing what? Absolutely just little tax. Okay, so I'm using Arbitrum as an example, but there are numerous projects that have rewarded their early users with significant amount. Many people have earned life-changing sums from these opportunities, and many more to be made. It could actually be you reading this. Okay, I know, most of you that are here, you have this hunger for success. I always tell people, whenever you're into this airdrop space, don't give up, because one of these days it may be you that will get this particular amount of money. Money is free right now. Okay, let's go further. You may be wondering where to begin. But before we dive into that, let me lay out the many airdrop variations in my own way. Now, I want to explain the different kind of airdrops based on my own understanding. In my perspective, airdrops may be classified into two distinct categories. Yes, there are some that might not fall into any of the two categories, but they are very few. For example, there are some airdrops that ask you to fill form, like in the days of Samo, a very popular airdrop, an event like guys, though it has to perform. Some it just very few that you have to do with these Telegram bots, but those ones are not really legit. So I don't participate in those ones. Okay, because several of them that have to do with Telegram bot, almost 99% of them are scam. Okay, so let's go on. Now, the two main categories of airdrops, one of them is testnet airdrop. These are airdrops that you get after participating in a testnet. Examples of projects that did this are Aptos Network and Say Network. Now, Aptos, during Aptos airdrop, I was also a beneficiary of this airdrop. And one of the tags that they used as a criteria for their airdrop was just to mint an NFT in their testnet. Just one NFT in their testnet. That's all. And that airdrop, I think, in Nigeria currency was worth over 600,000 naira, all for free. We just minting an NFT in their testnets. And also, say airdrops was not really that encouraging, but at least it was something for data. So there are many more upcoming projects. You may be asking, what are testnets? Okay, testnets, which stand for test networks, are special network in blockchain technology that work like the main network of a blockchain, except that the tokens or coins used on testnet have no real value. Okay, you guys understand what I'm saying here? The tokens that are being used on testnet, they don't have real value. You can't sell them. Okay, testnet are made for testing and experimenting. They let developers, users, and projects try out new features, test for quality, and model different situations without the risk of using real Bitcoin, real currencies. So in short, after testing, you are rewarded with many tokens in the recognition of your effort in finding and reporting bugs and helping developers fix them after the project has developed to the mainnet from testnet, because test tokens used on testnet have no real value. Now, the example of such is this linear. We've carried out a lot of testnet activities on Linear, but Linear are yet to launch their own token as at now. Okay, but they gave out an NFT, and the NFT, the highest value currently for the alpha NFT is about $100, $21, $30, depending. Okay, so that is about the testnet. Let's go further. I have addressed all aspects of airdrops in this section, including what it is. I'll go through how to interact with airdrops in our next class, along with the appropriate additions. Watch out for the next class, okay? I'm so grateful for those of us that are here, okay? And those that could not join the class. The video will be available for you to go through and watch. Okay, in our next class we'll be talking about how to interact and some tools that are needed. All right, thank you also very much for joining, and if you have any question, I'll be glad and I'll be available to attend to all of your questions. Okay.